Observe how the concrete is used for its raw and unpretentious honesty, contrasting with the pretentious ornamentality of the Victorian buildings of the parade. Rather than hiding the structure, the surface preserves the shape of the in situ casting forms, revealing the nature of its construction.
Well, I think it's hideous.
I've never fathomed brutalism myself. I can never quite bring myself to hate these poor sick bastards. I try not to kill them. Sometimes. I don't even know what for.
Because they're still people.
Aye, a bit of that.
Now, try to behave whilst you're in the village, okay?
Hello. Would you like to donate to our Uncle Jack charity drive?
On your trolley, you huffy wee fuck bumper!
Ollie!
Oh, my goodness. You're Ollie Starkey. It's Ollie Starkey.
Fuck the lot of you! Jack's a collaborator and a traitor! You never liked me, did you? How the hell does all this work? So, that's not how you do it.
I think you should stick to what you know.
Almost rugby season, isn't it?
Lovely day for it.
Say, you look like a man who knows his way around town. I have a client who likes to collect things. Very powerful man. He has quite a few employees, but he'd rather they not know about his private interests. Colonel Lawrence has a very special item. A taxidermied dog. My client is quite anxious to add it to his collection.
Is there anything special about this dog?
No. It's just a peculiar stuffed dog. There's nothing inside it or nothing. But it's just very important that you deliver it undamaged.
He's lying.
I think you might be right about that.
Of course I'm right about that. Well, look, come back with it and I will make it worth your while.
Well, of course there are flies. You left the doors wide open.
In case you hadn't noticed, dear Dad is starting to stink like a pork chop on some holiday.
Well, obviously we can't keep him here any longer.
Oh, then perhaps you two would like to arrange the burial with your half of the inheritance.
I should think those costs would be shared.
Regina and I don't go in for fancy rituals. The man's dead. He won't appreciate the fuss.
Well, the body has got to go.
Surely cremation would be cheaper.
A few pounds cheaper. But we're still stuck with the remnants.
At least an urn doesn't need its diaper changed.
Suppose we just plop him out in the street after sundown. Don't the jubilators take care of these things?
But what if people see us doing it? A war hero and all? I'd hate anyone to think poorly of Ned and me.
We have our reputation to keep up.
The man's the only war hero we've got. Not scraps to be disposed of.
If you two are so set on turning this into a celebration, go ahead. But Ed and I are not paying for your victory party.
I wonder what taxidermy costs.
Not cheaper than burning him, I shouldn't think.
Isn't there a freezer downstairs?
You are not putting our father in there with my pies. I slaved over those.
You know perfectly well how delicious they are. So I'll thank you to show a little respect.
Someone ought to give that man a decent burial.
Oh, Colonel, you have come a very long way from the honours of Ramsgate, have you not? You didn't deserve bairns such as these.
Why do you think he's so anxious to get this ridiculous dog?
I didn't ken. Do you think there's something inside of it?
Magnificent. Won't he be pleased? Whoa, this is an ugly thing, is it not?
What's in it?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, even if there was something in it, my client is a man that you want in your corner and not in the other. Now, while you're out, this very client has come to know about 3 onyx cats that the ladies in Thomasina House have. Look just like Mrs. Chippy. They refused to sell them to him. I think they didn't like him. If you could deliver them to me, I'd make it worth your while.
Are you really going to rob little old ladies?
Oh, are you a repairman?
Lovely day for it.
Oh, I don't know that we have anything that needs fixing.
Not so fast. A fine, strapping young repairman like young...
Ollie!
It would be such a shame if we sent him away, and then it turned out that something did need fixing.
Let's have a quick check, shall we?
1, 2, 3, 3.5.
Oh, looks like we found a few small things. Will you take a look?
Right, I could just sort of walk around the house and see if anything needs to be sorted.
Oh! It's been a while, hasn't it?
Mustn't watch it, thought it won't bite.
What a lovely day to promenade.
Oh, Ollie, you must come to the kitchen. Our refrigerator has stopped working.
Oh, no, we can't have that. Let's have a look-see.
It suddenly got very hot in here, and maybe that's the problem.
With the refrigerator.
It was fine, and then it just broke.
I'm not quite sure how a refrigerator breaks this way. Unless someone put a pry bar to it, but I think I can patch it up all right.
How lucky. For the refrigerator.
Can't believe his wife let him out looking like that.
Mustn't watch it, thought it won't boil.
I can't believe his wife lets him out looking like that.
Oh, you simply must help us with our popper.
I'm not sure I want to test a copper popper. The constables are a prickly lot.
Oh, you don't want poor, sweet little old ladies like ourselves at the mercy of marauding downers and wastrels, do you?
Looks like someone yanked open the side panel, stabbed a hole in the works with a knitting needle, poured in a cup of Earl Grey tea, and shorted out the electrics, if I had to guess.
Oh, such an eye for details. A lady could get lost for hours in those eyes.
Nothing but blue skies.
Right as rain, right as rain.
Going to get thrashed, I hope.
It's not personal. I just hate constables.
Not me, laddie. Her.
Bring this to Bobby Catesby. You know where to find him. Everyone knows where to find him.
What's in it?
A pound of flesh. Aren't you glad you asked? Just give it to Bobby and don't ask stupid questions.
You have such nimble hands.
You're not very good at taking hints.
If someone wants something, they could just come out and say it. Anything else need fixing? Maybe something in that locked bedroom?
Oh, we're all out of broken things.
Oh, maybe more things will be broken next week. We've made you tea and watercress sandwiches. You must stay for tea. You simply must.
Would you ladies fancy a wee sparkle in your tea?
Oh, maybe just a taste.
Medicinal purposes, I suppose.
Plenty for everyone. A working loo is worth celebrating.
As long as we're having a party, maybe we could go someplace more comfortable.
I thought you'd never ask. I suppose that's not the worst thing that's happened to me since my house fell down. And there are Lionel's cats.
Aren't you at least going to leave them something in return?
Margaret, how much did you...
I don't want to talk about it.
That's for the best, I think.
The cats! That's marvellous! You didn't have to go, above and beyond the call of duty?
Laddie, you have no idea.
Well, here you go, as promised.
Bob's your uncle, Farry's your aunt. Righto.
Ollie, I didn't ask you here, did I? If you take enough joy, sometimes one forgets the silliest things.
People in town are getting a tad bit skinny. I think they're starving to death. And they're painting the streets in fucking rainbows. Have you not noticed?
Have you had your joy, Ollie?
Why are you all wearing those ridiculous new masks?
You should get one. They shape your face into a smile, and when you smile, you can't help being happy.
You were kind to me even when I got confused. I had no one else to turn to.
Oh, Ollie.
We have to tell people. They need to know the truth.
No, Ollie. People do not need to know the truth. Truth is the enemy of happiness. Isn't that the decision we all made?
Oh, but you know the truth, don't you? There's not a thing I can tell you that you don't already know. Is there?
No. It's better not to know. You, of all people, should understand that.
I'm truly sorry about this, Miss Bing.
Help! There's a downer in my... Is this some sort of silly prank?
When I left the village, I thought you people knew what you were doing. Turns out, well, I've been keeping to myself.
I have a pillbox in my kitchen. Would you mind terribly bringing me my joy?
Oh, no, I can't.
Please, Ollie. You were never cruel.
I'm a soldier, Mom. They teach you to be cruel. I need to see the executive committee.
They won't listen. You'll only upset them, and then they'll take more joy and forget. They don't want the whole truth. No one wants the whole truth.
You know what, Miss Bing? I'll come back. I'll come back when you're in your right mind.
No! You can't, please. I'll take you to the executive committee. I'll walk you there. Anything, just please. Give me my joy! I need my joy. Why won't you give me my joy?
Sure, I'll go get it for you right away. Now, where would a woman stash her joy?
I'm afraid joy is after my time.
Here we go. She certainly hates to be off her joy, doesn't she?
You're not going to give it to her.
This is what you were looking for, wasn't it? I'm afraid I can't let you have it.
Why the fuck are you doing this? You evil downer bastard! I am gonna kill you! I am going to kill you!
Sorry, I need my words to stick in your head instead of flying right out the other ear.
I've got to answer the blower. People depend on my decisions.
She's got her own pneumatic. I better answer it. Who the hell is Clive Birthwhistle?
You should find out if she likes him or not. You can't trust her, of course. Maybe there's a letter or something somewhere.
They're going to need an answer right away. You don't know how critical my answers are.
Dear Mr. Birthwhistle, thank you so much for your suggestion. May I suggest you spend a little more time pondering your work and less time pondering where you do it?
That sounds like her, all right.
Off you go.
This is all some clever joke, isn't it? It's terribly funny, Ollie. Let's just call this a prank, and you can untie me now. Please. Well, that's my regular off-site executive committee meeting. Won't they be surprised to find you've tied me up? What unconvincing lie are you going to try to fob them off with?
You better answer it.
What do I say?
Tell them you're the general and the meeting's been postponed. Ollie, she's going to scream if you don't gag her.
Get away!
Hello, it's Beatrice Dalrymple from the Executive Committee.
I'm so sorry. Something's come up. Please come back tomorrow.
Is that General Bing?
Yeah, I haven't got time to chit-chat. We're trying to save the world.
All right. Tomorrow then. Tomorrow, I guess.
I hope Miss Bing didn't sneak off while I wasn't looking.
Take the key and lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Take the key and lock her up, my fair lady.
I brought some food.
I made them sing, Ollie, so they wouldn't be afraid. But then they had to get on the train. Do you remember how they screamed?
Aye, I remember. All except my daughter.
Your daughter?
Aye, Margaret. Because she was dead. You've got to eat.
I'm gonna throw it right back up.
What was it your dad fed you when you were sick and couldn't eat anything else?
Coffee yogurt.
I'll bring some.
Give me my joy! Why won't you give me my joy?
I'll get you that coffee yogurt.
Why won't you give me my joy? Why won't you give me my joy?
All right, coffee yogurt. What is yogurt exactly?
It's fermented milk, like cheese, only it doesn't curdle.
So I just need some old milk and some coffee.
And probably some sugar to make the medicine go down.
Well, that's coffee yogurt a la Starkey. I hope she's not particular.
Everything is quite all right. Sleepy tight, nighty night. Everything's tucked out of sight, my fair lady.
I think you better give her that yogurt.
This is awful. You've ruined it. Oh, Father, why have you forsaken me?
I didn't know what else to do.
Oh, that will be the gardeners. Perhaps you can suggest some lovely colour combinations.
I think you better answer that.
I didn't realise she was quite this popular.
Get away!
So who am I pretending to be?
You could always pretend to be the maid.
Who is it?
It's Brown, the gardener. Could you get Miss Bing?
I'm sorry, she's very busy.
You should have said that she's out.
She's very busy being out.
I'll leave it with you then. Would you, open up, please?
I haven't got time to shave.
Well, wrap something around your face.
And I'm a fat, ugly Scotsman.
Not all maids are thin, pretty, and French.
You've got all the bloody answers, haven't you? Just a minute!
You better make sure she's out of sight.
So, should I stick her in a closet somewhere?
I'm afraid so.
Here's an accounting of all the gardening supplies. She can pay me next week. Cheerio.
I'll see that she gets it. There are acts of heroism you never get a medal for, and they're some of the bravest.
I need air! Open the door! I'm suffocating!
I think you'd better let her out. No, you may not just leave her in there for a bit.
I didn't say a word.
Well, that's a good look for you. Suits you. You might want to shave a bit.
Christ almighty, can't these people think for themselves?
You must let me answer my messages. They won't know what to do on their own. I promise I won't put in any secret cries for help. I just need to answer.
Who the hell is Prudence Holmes?
You really ought to get out more, Ollie.
Just let me point them in the right direction.